Hey everyone, it's Karnak, Star Wars Armada Explained. It's your buddy. We're going to dive in to look at another ship title. This time for the Victory class Star Destroyer, we're going to look at Warlord. Warlord, how can you tell it's for VSD? You look at the bottom left hand corner of the card there, you will see the VSD icon. Obviously there's a VSD picture right there for you. Warlord, if you look there in front of its title, you'll see a bullet point or a dot signifies that it is unique. You can only have one of them in your fleet. But it's faction specific for Imperial only, which you can see there next to its point cost, which is 8 points. The card reads, while attacking, you may change one die face with an accuracy icon to a face with a hit icon. So, the card does have one clarification. It reads, this ship can change a red die to the face that contains 2 hit icons. Some people way back when were saying, oh, it only says the 1 hit, it doesn't say 2 hits. Well, no, again, if you read the wording, it just says to a hit icon. It doesn't mean singular, it just means as long as that facing contains a hit, you can change it to that. Now note, this does not mean you can change it to a critical or to a blank. It has to be something with a hit as long as you're changing it, again, as it states, from an accuracy icon. So let's just walk through the steps real quick of how it works. You make sure you're in attack range or something. We're going to say this is a VSD2, which throws 3 red die and 3 blue die out the front. Remember, you have close range, medium range, long range, black, blue, red, respectively. We need to make sure we're in range, which we measure from cardboard to cardboard. We are obviously in range there. That cardboard is obviously in the blue range. You measure line of sight, measure from dot to dot. We absolutely have line of sight. There is no obstruction or any other something in the way that would stop us from being able to shoot or not be able to shoot with our full die complement. So let's roll our initial attack pool, which again is the 3 reds, 3 blues. Perfect. Now in this situation, we didn't get any accuracy icons. But for the sake of just this demonstration, we'll say that that die had rolled an accuracy. Now, if you desire for Warlord, because again its timing is while attacking, you can change one die face with an accuracy icon to a face with a hit icon. You could change that blue accuracy to a blue hit. Done. That's Warlord in a nutshell. There's no other crazy, super crazy things going on. I'm going to get into some intricacies like I usually do, just to explain some of the benefits this card can have and make sure people can understand that yes, some of these things, you can do. But that is essentially how Warlord works. Now, let's talk about a card that combos very well with Warlord. Let's talk about H9 Turbolasers. So H9 Turbolasers is while attacking, you can change one die face with a hit or critical icon to a face with an accuracy icon. So say we already rolled this initial pool like we had before, and this was everything that came up. I mean, that's already a great roll, but with H9s equipped, you could change, for example, this hit icon, you change it to an accuracy using H9s, then using Warlord, you could change that accuracy into a double hit. So you can actually add 1 extra damage, to your attack pool, as long as you don't roll blanks on your reds. If, for example, all of these die had rolled blank, and there we go. So if all of your reds had rolled blank, that's just too bad. There's nothing you can do about it unless you have leading shots or you have Darth Vader, then you can re-roll those die. But otherwise, if you don't have any re-roll capability, you spent 8 points for H9s and 8 points for Warlord, and you can't use it at all. But I mean, for the most part, very good combination. I typically, when I run Warlord, I'm running H9s on it because I like to be able to have the ability to have some flexibility of getting some extra oomph damage in or throwing more damage otherwise. Now let's talk about some other interesting aspects about Warlord. Please note, it only just states while attacking you can change a die. Okay, so it's not restricted to just ships. Let's talk about some squadrons. So there is an interesting combination you can do if you do bring quad turbo laser turrets, for example. So, or if you're just flacking in general. If you're flacking squadrons in general, remember the VSD throws a singular blue die. And so with Warlord, you will technically never miss with H9s on flak. So you would throw your blue die on a squadron attack. In that situation, we got a hit. But even if you throw, for example, a critical, which normally on squadrons it doesn't do anything, you can H9 that to an accuracy and then Warlord that to a hit. So you are guaranteed to always deal 1 damage to your target as long as your target is not obstructed. Okay, if your target's obstructed, you can't attack it, and Warlord is just really sad when that happens. So, like, for example, you know, if they're hiding behind other ships or obstacles, or they're in obstacles, or Sienna Ree, for example, who just provides automatic obstruction for herself, Warlord is very sad. But that also means quad laser turrets are also a brutal counter to any squadrons shooting at your VSD, because you are always guaranteed, again, 1 damage back to your target. Now, if you do opt to run Agent Callus as well, when you're doing an anti-squadron attack, either 2 or if you're defending with quad laser turrets, so you would roll, for example, that initial blue die, like, hey, I got the hit I needed. Maybe if you're, for example, you're attacking Dutch Vander, so with Callus, I would always take that risk. I'm going to roll the 1 red because I want to then turn H9s to the accuracy and then to the double hit. That means even if he braces, he's taking 2 damage, you know, just right back at him. This also means that if you're using Callus in this, I mean, you have not 100%, but you do have very good odds if you're being attacked by scatter races to be able to throw that blue die, or you can do a red, or you can do a black, whatever you prefer, and then you can H9 that blue into an accuracy, and boom, you deal 1 damage right back to any scatter race, you know, either if you're attacking them or defending with quad laser turrets. So you can see there how, like, it's a very efficient combo at killing squads, but ships, you know, it's still a victory class Star Destroyer. It still has a lot of struggles, you know, with squadrons and attacking other ships anyway. So don't think that this is just an automatic solution and auto include, because there's still, I mean, it still only has 8 hull. It's very limited in its defensive tokens. It still is very killable, even if squadrons are rolling up and attacking you. But that is Warlord. As far as I'm aware, there's no other crazy interactions or things that we need to really be concerned about. This pretty much covers most anything I feel like you would have questions on in terms of timing or anything like that. But of course, if you feel like anything is an error or if I got anything wrong, please be sure to point it out. Let me know about it, or if you have any requests. Also, hey, join me on the Discord. You know, we have Discord. It's posted in the description. I take requests. You guys are fantastic. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and like always, I'll catch you next time.